All right. So I think most people know, or it's easy to access all the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
But let's get into why you don't do them or why you were being so type A in the first place. And you don't have to obviously share anything you don't want to share, but what were the things from the programming that you got as a child that led to the type A-ness, overachieving, overdoing, basically finding your worth outside of yourself?
Yeah. I think that, and like with a lot of people, with this subconscious programming, a lot of women have had a fantastic life, great parenting and a fantastic life. But there's always going to be things that as a child, we make them mean something. It's not that our parents did anything wrong, and it doesn't necessarily need to be that we've had a huge trauma, but we as a child make things mean things about ourselves. And, I had two parents. One, my father worked a lot. He was out the door before, we were up in the mornings, and he worked a lot. And the weekends, he just wanted to be out, in his garden, sorting out the pool, having a beer, whatever. And my mum really did it all for me and my sister. She did everything for us, but she also worked a lot. She worked pretty full time. And I guess I think a lot of the programming for me was around, to get some attention, was to be like, hey, I got an A on this, or hey, I just won a gold medal in my dancing competition, or, whatever it might be. It was like that. I guess I made my environment mean in order to get a bit more attention. Then I would need to succeed and overachieve and do things perfectly. And my parents didn't expect that from me. That was what I interpreted it as for myself, as the meaning for myself. So I think it came from, just the perfectionism came from there, the wanting to do well, get the good grades, get the good job, get the good job with the right kind of company, and all of those things that really are materialistic things that mean nothing, but it was like ingrained in me. And I think it just came from, childhood programming of this was the way that I felt validated. This was the way that I felt like I had a place in the world, that I was worthy, that I was good enough for myself and other people. And, it's not a conscious knowing until you start learning this stuff. It's just in there. It's just your patterns. And it isn't until you realize that it's the subconscious programming that has basically created you as an adult today. And it stems from your childhood. So that's kind of where it came from. And it was very much in full force and almost in hyper mode. It almost went to another level after I got my fertility diagnosis.
Yeah, it's just that added layer of extra stressness, right? And
Yeah.
the reality is that you were able to achieve everything that you wanted to achieve in that mode, right? So that your brain's like, well, that's how we do it. So keep going. But the sad reality is that you've literally contributed to your fertility issues in that mode.
Absolutely.